Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. Myself Muhammad Zubair, and this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. So the topic of today's video is 15 things to do after installing Debian 10.9. Without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Update. Well, whenever you use any of your Linux distribution, you must update your system because there are some packages which needed to be updated before the first use of your distribution. So I will update my system as well. To do that, I need to open my terminal first. So I will search for my terminal after clicking on this activities button. I will write here terminal and here it is, just open it. So I will write a command here that is sudo apt get update and hit enter. And now it is updating my system. So we are done with the update here. Now all of the packages which are in my Debian 10.9 are updated. And now I do not need to update them one by one. Number 2. Add minimize and maximize button. As you can see on your screen that I have terminal opened up. And here you can see I only have the close button. What if I want to minimize or maximize this screen? For that, I have to right click on it and from there I will click on minimize or maximize button. But majority of new user of Linux comes from Windows or you can say Mac operating system. And in those operating system, we have dedicated buttons for minimize and maximize functionalities. But in Debian, we do not get that. Well, good news is we can add those buttons after doing some tweaks. In most of the Linux distribution which have GNOME as default desktop environment, we need to install GNOME tweaks in that. And with the help of GNOME tweaks, we can add maximize and minimize buttons. But in Debian, we have GNOME tweaks by default in it. So I will search for tweaks here and here it is. I will just open it. And now what I will do, I will add minimize and maximize button on my applications. So now here I will search for minimize and here we have a label which says Windows title bar. I will click on it and here you can see we have minimize and maximize button here, but they are disabled by default. So I will enable both of them and you can see we have maximize and minimize button appeared on both of my applications. So now I can maximize and minimize any of my application. Just like this. Now I will minimize it. So this is how cool it is to use minimize and maximize button using tweaks in our Debian. Number 3. Install Synaptic. Well, Synaptic is like an old school package manager with user interface, but it has been proved that it is extremely reliable and it is very powerful. With the use of Synaptic, we can find and install many libraries and packages that are not available or you can say visible in the software center. For example, you will see microcode packages in Synaptic but not in the software center. Of course, Synaptic is not as pretty in terms of user interface as the software center, but it is more user friendly than the command line. So now I will install my Synaptic into my Debian 10.9. To install it, I will write a command which is sudo apt-get install Synaptic and after that just hit enter and now it will install Synaptic into my system. I have already installed Synaptic into my system. That is why it says Synaptic is already the newest version. So let's see how it looks like. So I will search for Synaptic in my system and here it is. Give it your password, hit enter and here we have our Synaptic package manager. From here we can download a lot of packages for our Debian 10.9. Number 4. Install microcodes. Microcode is a CPU firmware which is responsible for controls of how a processor works. It is better and recommended to have the latest microcode for the systems with stability and security. So by installing microcode, we get ensured that we will receive the microcode updates. This is where Synaptic becomes handy. As I have told you earlier that with the help of Synaptic, we can install a lot of packages, and microcode is one of them. So I will search for microcode here. I will write here microcode and just hit enter. And here we have microcode available into our system. Let me resize this window so that we can have a better view. And here you can see we have a microcode available. Now click on this box and click on this which says mark for installation. So just click on mark and now click on apply, and microcode are ready to be installed into our system. Now click on apply and now it is downloading packages file, and after that it will install microcode into our Debian 10.9. So after downloading, now it is installing microcode into our system. It will take a little bit of time. Number 5, add online accounts. Let me open my settings here. I will right click on my screen and I will click on settings here. And here we have online accounts. If I click on it, here I can add all my online accounts which are available here. The benefit of doing it is we do not need to open our browser if we want to access any of these accounts. We just need to add our accounts here and we will be able to access them from here, and there is no need to open your browser. And because of that, as we are not opening our browser, our system will use less resources and will perform better. So this is how you can add your online accounts here. So just click on it and after that add your account here. Number 6, configure the search. As we are into our setting, let's do one more tweak here. I will search for search here and here it is. Well, whenever we search for something into our system looks in all these categories whenever we want to search for something. If I search for terminal, like I'm writing here, terminal, and here it is, but what my system has done, it has looked for the terminal in all of these categories. And because of that, my system has used a lot of resources. I can disable some of the directories where I do not want my system to search whenever I look for something. I will just disable my contacts, my documents, my calculator, and you can disable a lot of other things as well. So it depends on your need or your requirement that on which categories you do not want your system to search whenever you want to look for something. And because of that, your system will use less number of resources and will perform in much better way. Number 7, change swappiness. By default, the swappiness in our system is 60, which is not a problem in most of the cases. But if you decrease this number, and it will start writing to swap much later. So after clearing my terminal, now let's open our file, and that file is sudo nano space /etc/sysctl.conf and hit enter. And here I will add a line here, and that line is vm.swappiness equals 10. And now our system will perform much better than it was doing earlier. To save this file, just press Ctrl+O and press enter, and now press Ctrl+X. Number 8, enable drive cache. Another way to get more performance boost for your system is to enable the drive cache. Usually in Debian, the program waits until the data gets written on it before it goes to the next step. So we can disable this delay. To do that, we need to open our disk application. So I will go to my activities and here I will write disks, and here it is. I will just open it, and this is the drive where we have installed our Debian 10. Now we need to go to its setting. For that, just click on this menu button and from here go to drive settings. And from here go to the section which says write cache. And from here just enable this option. And after that click on OK. Give it your password and you might see a warning saying that there is a small risk of losing data if the computer experiences a power outage. But it never happened in my case anytime. And I believe that the performance improvement is worth taking the risk, especially if we have a slow hard drive. Number 9. Install and configure firewall. In Debian, we do not have a firewall by default in it. So I will show you that how you can download and install a firewall. So for that, just open your terminal and in that just write a command which is sudo apt install ufw. Just hit enter, and I have already done that. That is why it says UFW is already the newest version. Now to check the status of our firewall, just write sudo UFW space status space verbose. And here you can see it says status active, means our firewall is working into our Debian. Number 10, Xkill shortcut. Well, when some application in our system does not respond, we can kill those applications immediately. It is just like a task manager in Windows. When some of our applications do not respond, we tend to open task manager, and from there we close our tasks. We can do the same in our Debian as well. To do that, I need to open my settings. I will right click on my screen and I'll click on my settings. And now I will go to my devices. Here it is. From here, I will click on keyboard, and down here I will click on this plus button. So I will name it as Xkill. Command will be Xkill, and now I will set my shortcut. So just click on it, and I will keep it as Control plus Escape. And now I will click on this add button. And now if I press Control plus Escape on my screen, my cursor has been changed into a cross sign. So what it means? It means I can hover it to any application which is not responding, and I can just click on that application, and what it will do, it will just close, or you can say kill that application. Number 11, shortcut to open terminal. As you are a Linux user, you will spend a lot of time using your terminal, and every time you have to go to your activities and then search for terminal. We can set a shortcut for that as well, and that is go to your setting again, and I will go to my devices again, and I will go to my keyboards. So after scrolling down, just click on this plus icon here. And now I will name it as open terminal, and the command will be gnome-terminal. And I will set the shortcut for my terminal Control plus Alt plus T. And now I will click on this add button, and let's see if it works or not. So I will press Control plus Alt plus T, and here you can see our terminal gets opened. Number 12, enable night light. Night light will reduce the amount of blue light on your screen at night time, which is better for your eyes, and it will help you to work more efficiently. This is a built-in feature in Debian 10.9. So I will show you that how you can enable your night light in your Debian. To do that, just right click on your screen and click on display settings. And now here we have a section which says night light. Just click on it. And here we have night light which is disabled at the moment. Just click on it and we have enabled it. We can go with the manual setting for it to work as well. So I will click on manual, and now what we can do, we can set the time during which we want our night light to work on. Number 13, switch to fastest mirror. Whenever you download some packages or some software or you update your system, it uses a mirror to download your softwares or your packages for your system. You can always switch to the mirror which is near to your geographical location. And to do that, just go to your software updates. I will write here updates, and here it is. Just open it, and we have a drop down menu in front of download from. Just click on it and now click on others. And here we have a number of mirror which we can set as per our geographical location. For example, if you are in Canada, here it is. It will shift to the mirror in Canada. And if you are in Canada, it will download your packages and your software in fast way. We have another option here which is select best server. It will look for the nearest mirror or the mirror with the best performance near to your geographical location. And it will help you to download your software and your packages for your system. Number 14. Switch to Xorg. Well, Wayland is the default display server in Debian. It has many performance benefits, but it is still relatively new and some apps do not work in Wayland. For example, in my previous video, when I talked about the review and gave my first thoughts about Debian 10.9, Synaptic was not there and it was not working with Wayland, and there are other several applications as well. To make those applications work well, we need to switch to Xorg from the login screen. So what I'm going to do here, I will just log out, or you can say I will restart my system, and from the login screen I will show you that how you can switch to Xorg. So now my system is rebooting, and on the login screen I will show you that how you can do it. And here we just had the grub screen. I will show you a setting about that one as well. So this is my login screen, and here you can see a setting icon. Just click on it, and from here you can switch to GNOME Xorg. Here you have different other options as well. I'm already using GNOME on Xorg. In your case, it will be GNOME or System X11 default. So do this setting and your system will have more optimal performance. So now give it your password and just hit enter. Number 15, speed up the boot time. When we start our Debian 10, we see a grub screen, which I was talking about a little bit earlier. It may be useful in case if we have multi-boot with other system on our computer. But as you have seen that I only have Debian as the only system on my computer. So what I can do, I can disable this delay and we can start booting Debian right away without waiting for a single second. And to do that, we need to edit the grub configuration file. And to edit that configuration file, we need to open our terminal. So I will use the shortcut which I have just created a little bit earlier. Now I will open a file which we need to edit. And the command is sudo nano space /etc /default /grub and just hit enter. Give it your password and again hit enter. And here you can see we have a line which says grub timeout is equal to 5, and this 5 means 5 seconds. I will reduce it to 0. Now my grub will take 0 seconds on the boot time and we will be able to start our Debian right away. Now press Ctrl O to save the changes. Hit enter. Now Ctrl X to get out of this file. So we are done with our 15 things to do to get the best out of our system. At the end, I will give you a bonus trick, and that is how you can add bookmarks for your different folders in your system. Let me close my terminal and I will open my files here, and here it is. So I will open my downloads folder and here I will create a new folder. I will name it as data. Just hit enter. So we have created our folder successfully. Now open that folder. Now here you can see on the left side we have different bookmarks. So if I click on any one of them, what it will do, it will take me to that destination. What if I want to add this folder into this bookmark section? Just click on this drop down icon with the name of data. And here it says add to bookmarks. And here you can see that our data folder has been added into bookmark section. If in case you want to remove this from your bookmarks, just right click on it and here it says remove, and it is removed from your bookmark section. So I will just close this one, and that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon as well. If you have something to ask, please leave a comment below. We will get back to you as soon as possible. And we will see you in another video. Till then, take care.